So today I'm going to teach you how to do a chain and single crochet. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your yarn. I'm using a medium 4-weight yarn, so I'm using a 5mm crochet hook, so it's pretty big, but anyway, I'm just going to chain 5. So what you do is you yarn over, turn your hook down, because sometimes that makes it a little bit easier. I know it did for me. Then you just pull it through that loop. Okay, and we're going to make a total of 6 of those. Okay, do one more. All right. So now, since I did 6, you're gonna actually have only 5 stitches because we're gonna be going into this chain right here. So the second chain, you can see that right here, where this is where your loop on your hook is attached. You're not gonna go into there, so it's actually gonna make you have only 5. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your hook, you're going to go in to that space, that second space from your hook, and then you're going to yarn over again, pull through, then you're going to yarn over again and pull through those 2 loops on your hook, and that's your first single crochet. So you're going to do it again, insert your hook, yarn, and then yarn over, pull through only that one loop right there, and then yarn over again and pull through 2. Do it again, go in the chain into that stitch, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through those 2. I'm going to do it a couple more times until we're finished with this row. Go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. If you need more help and you can't do it, sometimes it's kind of hard to go into the stitches because they can be kind of small, especially at the start because it's hard to get them loose. I feel like you have to make them tight just to get them secure, but they're pretty secure even if you don't make them extremely tight. So I'm going to go into the last stitch, which is usually, it can be pretty hard actually. It still is for me. I think it is probably for a lot of people, but anyway, it's kind of hard. You got to keep that tail that you started with out of your way because you don't want to yarn over with that. So that's what it should look like. And then I'll show you how to start another row if you want to do more practice, or if you want to make something. So what you do is you chain 1. So remember, what we do is we yarn over, turn our hook down, which makes it easier to go in, and pull through. So we're just going to do 1 chain. Then, so see how my work is like this, right? Where I can see that this part, this chain that we just did, is on this side. Now we're going to turn it, we're going to flip it. So this was really hard for me to learn in the beginning, so I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible. So what you're going to do is you're going to take it, you're going to flip it over like this, so your chain is on this side of your work. So then what you do, so sometimes it's kind of hard, if you look at the top of your chain, of your stitches now, there's little V shapes. So sometimes when you make like ribbing for a hat, you'll go in to here, into this loop. But what you do when you're making rows, if you're not going to make a hat and you just want to practice your single crochet, what you do is you turn it like this so you don't see the V's. That's how I usually do it. Then take your hook. Again, we're going into this one right here. This one. We're not going into this. this isn't a stitch. This is just where your hook is being held onto the hook. Again, we're going to only have 5 stitches, so make sure you have 5 stitches all the way across your row. So you're going to go in and do your single crochets across. If you need more help and you need more practice, you can go back in the video, rewind and watch me do it again. But for this, I'm just going to go across without explaining it, since I did for the first row. So just had to show you how to do the second row, because sometimes that's a little bit different, so sometimes it's a little bit hard. So just make sure that you have the right number of stitches. I always do, because I have a kind of a tricky time sometimes making sure that I have the exact number that I need, especially when it's a lot of stitches. But this is only 5. This is just like a practice swatch here. So here we go. I've got my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I got my 5th one right there. And then you can keep crocheting as much as you want and keep practicing your single crochet. So I hope that helped you, and I hope this was a very helpful tutorial for you. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.